All right, y'all, we're looking into week 6. First up's going to be quick and easy, Kentucky versus Georgia. So a few quick points for Kentucky. They were able to get up on South Carolina and Ole Miss pretty quick in those games. They got a sack against Ole Miss in the first quarter. Keep in mind, Ole Miss did have a different quarterback whenever they play Kentucky than they do now. I don't know if that's going to make a lot of difference whenever it comes to sacks, but Georgia's O-line will make a lot of difference in that. I can give you all kinds of small points here and there that might sway your opinion towards Kentucky some, but for the most part, we know that Kentucky has a pretty slow offense. It's going to be a welcome relief for Georgia. There's going to be a lot more huddles than Georgia's defense is used to being able to see. Might not have to sub out as much. Might prevent some injuries in that game because they could sub out if they needed to more. Now, with that slow offense comes the ability to burn a lot of clock. So if Georgia did have a problem with this game, I think that it would be because Kentucky is able to run a lot of clock. However, Georgia also has a defense that can get the ball back. I kind of expect to see several third and outs with Georgia forcing several third and outs against Kentucky. I could see quite a bit of penalties against Kentucky because they are playing at Athens. They've not had quite that atmosphere. They did go to South Carolina, but not had quite that atmosphere being at Athens. Now, I will say that if Kentucky, I think they're going to have a hard time doing it, but if Kentucky can get plenty of pressure on Gunnar Stockton, that has sometimes swayed how he has played and how Kirby has called plays. However, the kicker to that is, even if you stop Gunnar from throwing downfield, which I don't know that Kentucky's secondary could even hold up to Georgia's wide receivers, but if they could, you still have the problem that Kentucky's defense has a difficult time stopping the run game. They let quite a few run plays go by them that should have been stopped, or some that they were able to stop prior to first down, but most teams would have stopped it even probably at the line of scrimmage. So I would look for that also being a difficulty with Kentucky versus Georgia. This game comes on at 11 a.m. on ABC. Kentucky plays at Georgia, as I mentioned. I honestly am just now looking at this spread. That's quite a bit for an SEC game. It's Kentucky, though. I'm not real sure about this spread, y'all. I'm not real sure about that at all. This over-under, Kentucky is scoring like 7, 10, 17 points. Like their scores have not been impressive. So if you're going to bet this, remember that Georgia is carrying the majority of this weight. I don't know what to tell y'all about this. 21 points. Do I think that Georgia can do that? Absolutely. But I also think that it's an SEC game, and that you could win by 2 touchdowns and still not hit that. So that's a little steep in my opinion, but other than that, if you're just taking the win, Georgia, this might change. I'm not sure. I don't know what I would do about this spread. That's a hefty spread. But anyways, that's my opinion on this game. I definitely think that Georgia's going to take the dub. I'm not sure about this. But other than that, I will be on to the next video. Y'all be getting several in the next couple of days because I'm behind. I love you. Jesus loves you. See you in the next one. Bye.